Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Deltarune Chapter 1. In the last episode, we finally caught up with Susie, and despite the fact that she doesn't actually want to listen to our orders, she still joined us because she needs us if she is to go home. And Lancer continued doing his typical thing, trying to stop us by putting up obstacles, sending his goons after us. So we're playing around. Before we continue, I want to show something off, which I forgot to show off in the last episode. Like I said, equipping items will give special dialogue to everyone. So if we equip the white ribbon on Susie... Nope, not in first grade anymore. Yep, Susie, of course, refuses to equip the white ribbon, which is just so perfect. Refusing to wear certain equipment specifically because of plot/character reasons. That is really interesting, actually, because the game doesn't outright tell you, but essentially armor, at least some of it, is character-specific, but the game doesn't tell you that. You sort of just have to experiment or figure it out by the personality whether they would equip that thing or not. What if I try giving... I never tried this. What if I try giving Susie the red scarf? No, I can't unequip it at all. I just realized, I never tried this. I can't unequip the main X either. Or the wooden blade. Makes sense. Definitely something to try out in the future, though. So, anything else I want to mention? Yes, the game received a new patch 1.05 and patch 1.06. These are mostly bug fixes. It's nothing that major. We're gonna go left first, talk to this puzzle man. We can't walk past him. We have to talk to him. Hey kid. You wanna buy a tutorial? It's only $50. Oh, or else they gave me one for free. Why would I buy your tutorials? No. Did I say 50? Well, we just went on sale. $20 dark dollars. Oh, he's panicking. Oh, you realize we don't want it. Can we get it for free? Really? Only $1, please. Please, I need this right now. Oh no, he's having a panic attack. Excuse me, sir. I think I have $1. This is new to me. Is it dark? Yes? Yeah, perfect. Right this way, gentle nurse. Interesting. So like I said, the dollar between the real world and this world is different. I think if you said yes from the very start, he would simply continue by saying, come with me, gentle nurse, which sure is an interesting word. So this is the second tutorial room, I guess. We're sorry, we're normally puzzle guys, but yeah, the puzzle guys with little hats, stubbles. We've been forced to do tutorials just to make ends meet. When the king got power, he fired everyone and replaced all the puzzle makers with him. Him is in all caps. Who did the king replace the puzzle makers with? Who knows? Again, like I said, keep in mind whenever the game mentions pronouns that we don't know what it's referring to. Oh, we know who it's referring to right now. Alright, so how do you pronounce this name? Most people just get stumped. I'll give you 5 seconds to try to figure out how to pronounce this name. Alright, time's up. The pronunciation is Rules Card. Get it? Rules Card, because there's lots of card themes in this game so far, and Rules Card is a card that tells you the rules. Yeah, anyway. Rules Card. Lord of the Puzzles. Be careful. The rules card is the new puzzle master. The king didn't even give us severance pay. His son just gave us old beanies. Itchy beanies. Ah, so they're not hats, they're beanies. Fair enough. Why is there just a hole in here exactly? Donation hole. If you like our tutorials, please throw your money into a hole. Not this hole specifically, just any hole. Well, I haven't even seen your tutorials yet, so I'm not giving you money just yet. You decide to save the dollar for a different hole. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Hole goals. $1 monthly tutorial weekly. $10 weekly tutorial monthly. What? $100. Stop making tutorials. Yeah, these guys clearly don't want to actually be making tutorials like he said. They want to get enough money so they can afford to quit the job, I guess. They'll have different amount of beanies on. Let's start with the one on the left, the pink puzzle boy, man. I'm Chris Master. Should I give him the same voice? He doesn't have a stubble. Let's give him a less gruff voice. I'm Chris Master. Ask me about Chris's. You know all about me? Maybe even more than I do. Bye. Later, kid. Okay. It's a bit odd how I am Chris asking about myself, but sure, let's go. When HP goes negative, your friends fall down. But bringing them back is easy town. Plain food and spells work like a charm. And with a mint, you can cure all harm. Even normal items and spells can revive people, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, just like I said, anything in this game can revive characters that have fallen down, even simple, basic food items. Let's ask for a fact. It's a good thing to give us bucks. It'll make you happy and fill you with lucks. That's not a very good rhyme. Over there is our donation hole. We had a box, but it got stole. It sounds like something Susie would say. Acting. If you only act, you might start to think. What about the guy with the scarf in pink? If you know acting will make the enemies friendly, then you can ask me to spare them on the same term. Yep, I already mentioned that in a previous episode. Or cast Pacify if you know they'll get tired. So yep, 2 ways to deal with them pacifistically. If you plan ahead, a lot can happen in 1 turn. Hey, who's the master here, me or you? Something got gruff at the very end. Alright, that's all about Chris's, even though half of these facts were not even about Chris specifically. Yellow Puzzle Master, what do you have to say? He's a Susie Master. I'm the Susie Master. Ask me about Susie. Why can't I ask her directly? Well, let's see what you gotta say. When Chris uses warning, Susie can't hit. So make sure to. So there's no reason to use it. Unless you want to not hurt. So there's no reason. So yes, as is made pretty clear now, Susie will continuously attack unless we warn the enemies to dodge. Susie loves when you give us money. Does she? She will... Nope, don't care. Did I say something funny? I already gave you guys... No, I didn't. I'm remembering facts from like 500 years ago when I first played this. I don't know what I'm saying. Susie always attacks the foe on top. So it's not a random enemy she chooses. It's always the foe on top. That's good to know. So we have to warn the top enemy first, is specifically what he's saying. She'll smash them with a crushing chop. She always strikes that the first thing she sees. Oh no, she's looking at me. You better run, little dude. Susie is very unpredictable. I can try and warn you, but that's all I can do. I'm Relsae Master. Ask me about Relsaes, naturally. Who's the last dude then? Bye. You'll say later, kid. Alright. Pacify. Relsae's spell called... Well, let's try that again. Relsae's spells called Pacify, using up babies before they cry. What? It safely removes a tired enemy from combat. What if you're fighting a baby? Well, we haven't seen a baby enemy yet, so that's not relevant. Will we see one in the future? Not in Chapter 1, as far as I know. Fact. Relsae loves when he gives us money. Just like Susie. Apparently, according to this guy, everyone loves it when we give you money. He will hug you and call you honey. Hey, that's not true. You don't need money to get me to do that. And lastly, healing. Relsae has a spell that heals, dude. Why use that when you can eat food? Because you won't have to use up an item. I could have avoided all those empty calories. Yeah, if you have TP, why not use a healing spell rather than using a limited resource? TP Master, there we are. I'm TP Master, ask me about TPs. Plural? What's TP? TP? What's TP? That's what's left. Well, let's try that again. TP? What's TP? That's what lets you cast spells, see? When you see that orange bar, cast some spells when it's filled up far. TP, it's quite a caper. TP stands for toilet paper. No, it doesn't. No, it stands for tension points. What? Really? I think we can tell that you guys aren't originally tutorial guys. You don't seem that good at your job, to be honest. Again, Rouse already gave us a full tutorial, although he didn't mention all of these things, so we are learning new stuff actually. You get TP when you defend. Protect yourself, then cast spells, friend. Decent-ish rhyme. You also get TP by getting close to bullets. This is an important point. Look for the hard outline when you get close to bullets. You rhyme bullets with bullets. Because it's important. Yeah, so another mechanic that this game is borrowing from bullet hell games is that whenever you get close to bullets, you get a little bonus. So if you graze bullets continuously, you will get TP for free. That almost rhymed. Hey, maybe these guys are rubbing off on me. Secret. Ooh, what secret do you have for us? TP only lasts inside a fight. Once you win, it's out of sight. Having extra feels unbearable. No point in saving. It's straight up terrible. But leftover TP turns into extra money at the end of battle. I actually did not know that. That explains the variance in money I've seen from the exact same battles. It depends on your TP. Huh. I learned something new. I should have known that already, considering I've seen like 5 Let's Plays and played the game myself like once or twice before this. You mean I only should have been using 1 square of toilet paper? Yeah. Again, for clarity, I've played Chapter 1 a lot, not Chapter 2. Let's enter the shop. It looks to be very broken, torn down even. Welcome, travelers. Alright, so we got like a... He looks like a stuffed doll. He's got like seams on his mouth. You could say, like, yeah. And his eye, his buttoned eye is somehow rotating, which is a little bit worrying. In the background, we have the Deltarune symbol again. We got some swords. We got what looks to be a webcam pointing straight at us to the right. I don't know what that is. Some ladders, some alchemy stuff. And to the top left, you will actually see one of Temmie Chang's characters. Temmie is the main artist who worked on Deltarune and Undertale as well. It's one of her characters in there as a cameo. Let's see what we have for sale. 4 items, starting from the top. What was that? I see. It shows us what we gain. Item, star-shaped candy that heals 40 HP. Dark candy. That is what we have been picking up in the trees, I believe. It cost $40. And we got 6 space. It says in the bottom right. We can also buy a dark burger, which is 1 word for some reason. Item, mysterious hamburger. Heals 70 HP. I do not know about you, but I don't think I would eat a hamburger that is described as mysterious. Amber card. Armor, defensive charm. So it's like a sort of magical charm that protects us from harm. Man, these guys really are rubbing off on me, huh? And it's a spooky sword. Weapon, black and orange sword. Okay, it does actually show you in the shop who is willing to equip what. So because only Chris is highlighted, only Chris is willing to use the spooky sword. Naturally, Chris only uses swords, Susie only uses axes, I think, and Ralsei only uses scarves. Yes, his weapon is just a scarf, which is a bit funny. So, I haven't actually fought yet, have I? I haven't pressed the fight button once, except for the whole Giant Ralsei tutorial. I know what happens when you fight an enemy, but I think I'll definitely show it off eventually. But I'm not too into buying weapons, because we won't be doing much fighting, I don't believe. I'll buy it if we have lots of extra money, though. For now, I'll definitely buy the Amber card, at least 1 of them. 2 of them, maybe? Depends. Let's go, why not? We have 2 armor slots. I'll come back and buy this spooky sword someday. Maybe. Mainly because, to be honest, I just want to see what happens. What's Chris says when you equip it, and I just realized Chris doesn't actually speak, so we'll never find out. Sell. What kind of junk you got? Sell items, weapon, or armor. Glow shard sells for $100, and supposedly glow shard is only used to be sold, so it doesn't have any other purpose. That's what the game tells you. I do not know if it actually is true. I'm tempted to keep it, just to see if it'll have some purpose later on, because I think there's only 1 glow shard in the whole game. Dark candy only sells for $13. The manual, which suspiciously has no price on it, you know I have to try it. You think I want that? No. He is not interested in buying that. Glow shard. Let's sell the glow shard. Just to get enough money to buy the spooky sword, I guess. Thanks for that. He's happy about it. I hope there's no use for the glow shard in like chapter 2 or something. Sell weapons. You don't have anything. I don't. I can't sell my base weapons because we would be left with nothing, and that's unacceptable. Ammo card. I literally just bought this, so buying this will be very foolish. Take your time. You're like it's better spent elsewhere. Alright, spooky sword. Black and orange. Enjoy. What you gotta say by yourself? Don't have anything better to do. The name's Sham, pronounced Sham. So I think this is a play on the real name Sean, which is spelled the same except with an N. And it's also a play on the fact that he is a stuffed animal. Seap, Sean, get it? And this is my little shop. I like that pun. Over the years, I've collected odds and ends. Of course, I've no attachment to any of it. It's just a hobby of mine. Around here, you learn to find ways to pass the time, or go mad like everyone else. Oh? You think that everyone else has gone mad? Lancer seems normal. Puzzle Dude seems normal. Rattlesnake seems normal. I actually don't know who you're talking about just yet. Lightners. Long ago, the Darkners lived in harmony with the Lightners. Proper noun again. Darkness and Lightners. So Lightners were like gods to them. Their protector, their creators. Lightners gave the Darkners purpose. Then one day, we were all locked away in this prison, and the Lightners never returned. So we're getting some lore, some background story. So the Lightners were the masters of the Darkness, I guess, and they locked them in this prison. What exactly does it mean by this prison? The Dark World as a whole? And then the Lightners never came back. Embittered, the king took up arms and aimed to take revenge upon the Lightners that left us behind. Of course, even among his troops, some still distantly hope the Lightners will return. So the Lightners just abandoned the Darkness for whatever reason. The king did not like that and is now taking up arms, I guess, against who? The Lightners who aren't coming back? Question mark. Historically, this land was ruled by the 4 kings. From the Card Castle to the east. The east is where we have to go to leave. And there were 4 kings, not just the one, in the past. But recently, a strange knight appeared, and 3 of the kings were locked away. And I guess the only king that remained is the one that made the puzzle guys work for tutorials and stuff. The remaining king put him and his strange son, Lancer, into power. This land hasn't seen this much chaos since... you don't want to know about that. That's not threatening at all. And he mentioned a strange knight in all red. The strange knight is someone who in chapter 1 is not... We don't know who the strange knight is. Random guess based off no evidence whatsoever. Just a random prediction. I think that the strange knight may be Undyne. Obviously, because Undyne was a knight in Undertale. That's my only reasoning. I'll probably be wrong, but if it turns out to be true, I predicted it. And if it's not true, then it's an amusing misprediction. So you are the heroes who are going to seal our fountain? Supposedly, yes. Ha, good luck. It makes no difference to me. Neither light nor dark hold future for a darkener in my condition. Yeah, he's very old and jaded, Sham is. Just like usual, in Undertale and in this game, shopkeepers give us lore, background story about the world as a whole. See you again, or not. To be honest, I don't think we have a reason to buy anything else from you, but maybe we'll end up going back for some other reason. Let's equip Chris with the spooky sword. Makes our attack go up by 2 and increases our spookiness. It's a black and orange sword with a bat hilt. So now when we attack, we'll do more damage, if we'll ever attack. Let us also equip the Amber card to Ralsei, since his defense is the lowest. His base defense, I mean. And the Amber card to Susie as well. It's a thin, square charm that sticks to you. Increasing defense. Better than nothing, said Susie. Did Ralsei say anything? I missed it if he did. Hold on, let me check. It's sticky, huh, Chris? So we're just sticking like a, well, card, I guess, to our chest. That's kind of funny. We're just running around with a sticker, essentially, yeah. It's a lone door frame, but for some reason you can't see through it. Ooh, spooky mystical door frame that doesn't make any physical sense. We'll come back to it later, I'm sure. Oh, hey, Lancer. They don't introduce stuff like that for fun, if it's not going to be relevant later. Well, flip my flapjacks. The clowns are back in town. Well, bad news, since you last saw me several minutes ago. Actually, for me, in real life, it's been several days. Editing these videos is taking a lot of time. It's taking like 2-3 hours to edit a video, and I'm sort of getting the hang of doing editing again. It's been a very, very long time since I've done any Let's Play kind of content. I've created a brand new fighting team ready to stop you. Not even the purple girl can stop me now. Alright, so last time we had 3 halfies, which couldn't really hurt us since the blue patterns were messed up. What you got now for us, Lancer? Ho ho ho, are you ready to be... Stop. Stop talking. Ho ho ho. What is that? Why are you saying that? Ho ho ho? It's my evil laugh. Scary, right? You sound like baby Santa Claus. Canon? Santa Claus exists in this universe? You mean in like a badass way, right? Shut up. You really think you know how to be scary? Well, oh, come on, Susie. He's literally a child. Wrong. Man, wannabe tough guys like you really piss me off. Face it. You wouldn't know scary if it picked you up and bit your face off. Oh no, we've been through this with Susie ourselves in the school. That's not true. Oh, really? Now why don't we prove it? We'll start with the part where your face gets bit off. Oh, Susie, no. Oh, okay, I get it. Thank you, purple girl. What? Thanks. It was kind of you to teach me how to be scary with an evil laugh. Hey, I wasn't. And now, you're going to be thrashed. Merry Christmas. I guess it's kind of an improvement. Oh man, it's that whole sequence. So Susie was genuinely kind of annoyed that he was doing the whole evil guy facade, just like she is trying to do, de facto, and he was not doing it well in her eyes, so she tried to get him to stop by scaring him into submission, essentially, which ended up backfiring hilariously because now Lancer is starting to copy her. It's a very interesting way how that turned out to be the complete opposite way than what she intended. A board of jigsaws. Get it? Jigsaw puzzle pieces. Sorry, because they're all sorry. Jigsaws blocked the way. We met these guys earlier, but Susie clobbered them all, so we didn't get to fight them until now. Act. We can check, befriend, or have Lancer. Names are difficult. Ral say give them a warning. We should probably do that before Susie kills them all. You and Ral say, oh, both of us, warn the enemies about Susie. Everyone went on guard. Great job, guys. I have a rent payment to make. Hurting people used to be cool. That's not what I said, I'm sure. Whoa. I must have misread that. Jigsaws is trying to calculate his month's rent. I don't recognize his dialogue. It might be new, or either way, I don't recognize it. As you can see, it says that they're warned, so you don't have to warn them again. Let's check them. And Ralsei, well, certainly anything else Ralsei can do. Not really. Ralsei has to defend. Also, another thing I forgot to mention that I didn't even realize until now, there is one command that's missing from Undertale, despite the fact Undertale has 4 commands and this game has 5. The flee command. There is actually no way to flee in this game, no way to run away at all. Interesting realization I had. Jigsaw attack 5, defense 0. Again, defense 0 every time. This Mousenary is only fighting to make ends meet. They have some like mouse components in their design. Okay. Oh yeah, they have mouse ears. I haven't realized that. Hurting people is cool. Ah, I get it. They're saying hurting people is cool because they're forced to do it by the king. They're forced to fight us. Yeah, Jigsaw thought of its boss and felt afraid. Yeah, the king is clearly not a very nice guy. That's what the game is telling us. A friend, right? Ralsei can pacify should not work because they're not tied. So Ralsei should spare the one on top. You barely lifted a finger and... Oh, well, if we have to be friends. Ralsei spared Jigsaw. Susie, you know, I always wanted a friend just like you. Oh, how nice. All we had to do is tell them that we don't want to fight, essentially, and they become friendly. Just like Rudin. It smells like cardboard. Except, unlike Rudin, these guys are not really ambivalent. They're more like scared. You won. We got 69 dark bucks. I want to check my menu. I want to check my menu. There we go. Buttons are difficult. Level 1 Mean Girl. I just wanted to see if anything changed or not. Oh, it's a puzzle of some sort. Oh, look, Chris. Another puzzle. Oh, no. Let's read the instructions. Huh? The instructions are vandalized. Oh, no. Who could have done this? It says, "Thou'st fools, thou will never figure it out now." Ruining instructions. That's definitely against the rules. Well, we had to guess with our current knowledge, we'd assume Susie, but Susie wasn't here before us, so that can't be true. An answer is putting up puzzles to stop us, so he wouldn't vandalize his own puzzles. Then it says, "P.S. I make my own rules, RK." Have we heard of an RK person before? Yes, we have. Sham mentioned an RK, specifically... No, the puzzle guys mentioned RK, specifically Rules Card. That's the only RK we know in this game so far, so... Rules Card doesn't want us to progress, I guess, so we've analyzed this. Well, that explains it. Why don't we just climb over this spiked fence? Because then we get impaled and die? Very pragmatic of you, Ralsei. Ah, cool. I'll work on that, and you do the puzzle. Try your best, Chris. So Susie does not want to do the puzzle, which makes perfect sense. Why is Ralsei want us to do the puzzle? Specifically, why is Ralsei not helping us at all? Just something to think about. Like, he doesn't want to be a leader of any kind. He doesn't want to do the puzzles for us. He wants us to figure it out on our own. I just wonder if that has any lore significance. Alright, so what happens if you try to run away? Can you really not figure it out, Chris? Oh, Susie, if it's that simple, why don't you solve it? It should be simple, Chris. Press the boxes onto the switches with A. Wait, who the hell is A? That's very suspicious. Susie kinda broke the fourth wall there. Or you can, you know, just use your hands. Yeah, Susie generally does not understand what Ralsei means by pushing with A. What do you have to say, Susie? Don't look at me, Chris. Puzzles are your job. Along with everything else I don't want to do. Yeah, figures. Can't examine that. What if you just stand on the switches? Does that do anything? Evidently not. Alright, let's push him instead. Just like Ralsei said, we have to press A to push him. We can't just walk against it. Great job, Chris. I think you're onto something. Hey, Chris, give up whenever you feel like it. It's all good. Don't look at me, Chris. Puzzles are your job. Can we just do this? Chris, you can't solve it by stepping on the switch. Why not? There should be a valid solution, right? You are in a box. Chris, don't listen to him. You can be a box. I was a box for Halloween once. Just a box? Well, it's not like I can dress up as a goddamn monster. Oh, Susie, swearing. That's more fan art we need. There actually has been fan art of Susie in like an Amazon box dressing up for Halloween. It's pretty hilarious. Any new dialogue, just to make absolutely certain? No. Alright, let's continue the puzzle. Where do we run away again? No. We've exhausted this room. This room's dialogue. Wahoo! You did it, Chris! Great job! Is that like a catchphrase Ralsei has? Wahoo? 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 Damn, I'm gonna get to impale myself. Oh well, come on, chumps. I wonder if Susie is just acting cool because she doesn't know how to solve the puzzle at all. Puzzles does not seem to be her forte. Good job, Chris. Well, thank you, Ralsei. If we were to examine the sign by ourselves, we can now read it with our own eyes. It says, the puzzle description has been smashed and graffitied. The graffiti is written in overwrought Gothic calligraphy. Alright, so, oh, hey guys, you're back. So, rules card writes in Gothic overwrought calligraphy. Something to keep in mind. Please enter the door. Thank you very much. Let's go up first. Typically, you want to avoid enemies, because if you do that, we'll go to the secret path first. It's a puzzle. What you got? From the bottom, the order of our rooms in Card Castle. Of course, if you haven't been there, you will know it by now. So, Card Castle. We haven't been to any place that can be described as a castle. We can enter spades, diamonds, etc. We can switch them around to clubs or hearts, respectively. And we need a very specific combination. Now, this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 16, right? So there should be only 16 possible permutations. In other words, it should be relatively easy to just brute force this, right? Well, we're gonna do it the legitimate way. So, Card Castle, let me read it again just to make absolutely certain. So, what does it say? From the bottom, the order of our rooms in Card Castle. I'm actually going to write that down in my notes. Yes, I indeed have a giant notepad of things I want to talk about. So, from the bottom, the order of our rooms in Card Castle. I have already played the game 5 times, like I said, or seen the game 5 times, but this is one particular puzzle solution I keep forgetting over and over again. Please let me leave. I have to select the window. Please hold on. I am having difficulties here. There we go. Leave. There we go. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. Oof. Don't want to have a mishap like with the 4th episode where I messed up my commentary. Oh no. Rudin. Some Rudins and Hathy. Various guys appear. Convinced. Let's warn them all. You and Ralsei here warned all of the enemies about Susie. Everyone went on guard. I'm just a normal person. Shine, shine. Okay, I got a giant document, like I said. I write stuff I want to mention in the next episode. If I notice something in the previous episode I haven't mentioned then. I also have talking points when there is some downtime, that kind of stuff. Just convince that Rudin and have Ralsei spare. So when the Rudin gets spared, they change color. To like notify us that they're spareable. Good to know. I'm just a normal person. I would appreciate it if you stopped menacingly brandishing that sword. Let's put that Rudin to sleep. Lecture and have Ralsei pacify. I have a question, gameplay-wise. Pacify is essentially the same as sparing, except it needs to be tired, but it also costs 16 TP. So why would I not just spare the Rudin by convincing instead? It doesn't cost any TP. Maybe later, I mean right now with Rudin, it's objectively better gameplay-wise to simply spare him and not pacify him because it doesn't cost any TP, right? Oh, Hathy is also tired. Ah, I get it. There is a gameplay reason. Okay, if we convince all of the enemies, so that's more efficient. I get it. You can flatter, X-flatter. I mean, it's all, we've already made them spareable. And Ralsei should have enough TP. Pacify. I sometimes in my commentary, yeah, it doesn't work, I know, but pacify. I sometimes in my commentary do have difficulty with names. I often mess up names. Like Chris, Ralsei, Susie, I just mix them up randomly. Names are sometimes a little bit difficult for me. Alright, music stops. That's usually time for a serious moment, or just a change of pace. When you step into the light, you will turn to where you were before. So we are on a red and black checker pattern. This is, in fact, a checkerboard. So it's a light that is alternating in a very specific pattern. Like it said, if we were to touch the light, we reappear to start. That's the only downside. So all you have to do is walk up as it is switching. It's that simple. What are these little dudes in the background? They're like, I don't know, chess pawns? Something like that? Ah! Ah! I love the way they did that, where they introduced a background element like that, and later on they introduced them again, and then they have them start moving. It's a little bit... It's a cute play on your expectations. Pawn Man drew near. So yeah, I guess it's like a chess pawn. What can we do with you? We can check good night, lullaby, or warning. We should start with warning every time. Make sure that Susie doesn't kill anyone by accident. Or on purpose, I guess. What's your attack like? They each fire 2 diamonds in a cross pattern. Pawnman seems hypnotized by your idle animation. Toby Fox referencing the fact that the game now has idle animations. I do like them a lot. You can see all of our clothing wave in the wind and Susie's hair in the wind. Good night or lullaby? Let's try good night. Are we gonna wish him like good night, I guess? Or else he can try sparing in case he works. You whispered good night to Pawnman. It fell asleep. Ah, it shouldn't work then. Oh, it does. Is it possible for us to spare enemies who have fallen asleep? I felt... Oh, now they fire 3. Oh, better start dodging properly, Mug. Pawnman listened politely despite having no ears. Toby Fox likes that joke. The joke of a character not having ears. They make that joke like twice with the Pirates in Undertale. Act. So good night works. Let's try lullaby. Ralsei sang a soft and entrancing lullaby. That was a beautiful song, Ralsei. Pawnman fell asleep. So no matter what you do, Pawnman will always fall asleep. The enemies became tired. I am not gonna question how, despite the fact that Pawnman is tired, so tired they cannot attack, but they can still dodge Susie's attacks. That's a little bit of a plot hole, question mark, something like that. Pawnman cannot keep its eyes open. Pawnman sleepy and sparable. Chris spare Pawnman. Now, every option we do, every act option we do to the enemies, they all seem to work. You know what I mean? Like they all function. There is no bad act. It doesn't put the enemy in a sparable or pacifiable state. Have you noticed that? That is different from the previous game, because in the previous game, the battles were sort of like a puzzle. You had to figure out what the right act option is. If you don't, you cannot pacify him. Although I think later on in this game, we will get act options that do not work, so we have to sort of start thinking a bit more about it. So you've begun to cross a great board. The halfway point to our castle. Impressive. So, it's a shame. What's up with the colors? You're like backgrounded. You won't make it a step further, because my guys are about to smash you into blood. Lots of blood. Splooshing blood. Very gross and bad. Okay. Hey, purple girl. Was that scarier? What? Why are you asking me? Because you're really cool at being terrifying. I want to be as scary as you. Yeah, like I said, what Susie tried to do by intimidating him, it backfired completely, and now Lancer is looking up to her as a role model. Because that's how kids are, right? Like, Lancer is younger than us, and kids always want to be like the older kids when they're playing with, you know, older children. They always want to seem as mature as possible. You want to be like me? And this is also a revelation to Susie. Well, that's stupid. But, the new laugh isn't as awful, and even she can't help but sort of start playing along now. And saying that you turn us into blood is, cool. What the hell is up with the bucket, though? It's to put the blood in, naturally. Oh. Yeah, I'm not supposed to, make a mess. Anyway, thanks for your feedback. I'm really feeling scary right now. No problem, I guess. So, are your guys going to attack us, or... Oh, yeah. I was so excited that I forgot to bring any guys. But next time, it'll be the end for... Hey, I've just been calling you guys clowns. Does your team have an official name or something? Oh, Chris, we should come up with a name. No, we shouldn't. That is decided. Everyone puts a name in the bucket. Alrighty, everyone's put in their entries. A blue person, you can choose. Since you look like you don't care. Yep, we are a silent protagonist. We can choose the crumple paper, the neat paper, or the Lancer label paper. Now, if you know their personalities, obviously the Lancer label paper belongs to Lancer. Now, who of the remaining two is most likely to crumple up their paper? Yeah, Susie, obviously. Neat paper belongs to Ralsei. And apparently, we did not put in the paper. Now, I think I know what I'm gonna have my canon choice be. So I'm gonna choose the ones that I will not make my canon choices and then come back later to show the other ones, with my canon choice being the last one. Let's choose the neat paper. You take the neatly folded paper. You take the neatly folded piece of paper. You open it up. The legendary heroes, the heralds of fun and friendship. Oh, that one's mine. See, I think it's the perfect name because we're all friends. That's like to have fun. That's like to have a lot of fun. Okay, first, geez, that's a mouthful, dude. Second, what are our enemies gonna think? That we're gonna be buddies with them? Let's change it to something short, intimidating, something punchy, something badass. Like what? Well, you know, for starters, how about just, the fun gang? You know, just, concentrating on the fun part. It's perfect! Well, see ya, fun gang. Fun gang? I can speak. I'm going to osmose my afternoon milk. Wait, what? He doesn't drink his milk, he osmoses it. The power of the fun gang shines within you. Now let me go back and show off the other options. So what if we decide to buy his tutorials from the beginning? Really? Oh, you'll really buy it? Hehehe, just head out of the money and... You don't have enough money? Oh, I don't. I actually didn't realize that. Oh no. Jumping jigsaws, you're just like us. And people like us gotta help each other out. Come on this way. Oh, neat. I didn't realize there would be a unique dialogue for trying to pay without having enough money. I'm glad I showed that off. Did I even pay here? I don't think I did. Hold on. Did I forget? Oh, I did forget. Let me do it now. You put $1 in the hole. Just the one? The hole became full. Wait, it became full after we put in $1? So you're $1 away from... The hole is filled to the brim with cash. So in other words, I assume you had $99 in it, and now with our final dollar, you will stop making tutorials? You got anything to say about that? I don't think you do. Nah. Let's continue to the choices. Put up your dukes, Bubbo. Fighting. I love fighting. Poor little guys. Jigsaw is wishing it could quit its job. For completion's sake, I will now show off what happens if you do decide to fight an enemy. Since I'm gonna be resetting this anyways, it will now be my canon playthrough. Oh, I didn't... I've actually never seen that before. That shows you how little people actually fight in this game. Because Pacify is still the more fun option. Alright, so I didn't even know any of that. Wow, so if you attack with 2 people or 3 people, you have to time all of the attacks, and when you defeat them, they like zoom away really quick. Let's see that again. Attack with Ralsei, and Susie will of course attack on her own. which is funny because we warned the enemies to dodge and then we attacked them ourselves. 60 damage, 66. They just run away. So yes, the point is, when you attack and you defeat an enemy like that, they run away. We are actually unable to kill anyone. This is potentially relevant, so keep that in mind for later. When we attack that Rudin and we cause it to flee, there was a little sound effect, but the Pawn Men do not have that sound effect. Do all enemies react differently when we defeat them by attacking them? Maybe I should test that out. I never thought about doing that. I guess Hathy would be next, just to see if Hathy reacts any differently. So we're back here again. Like I said, I'm going to do my cannon option last. But for now, we're going to see the second option, which will be what? What is my cannon option? Well, the cannon option that I would prefer, as you see soon enough, I'm going to pick Lancer now. So yeah, the cannon option I want is the one that Susie made. Why? Because I feel like Chapter 1 is sort of Susie's adventure. So I want her to have a choice, essentially, because this is her adventure in my eyes. It'll become more clear that it's her adventure at the end of Chapter 1. Let's pick the Lancer label paper. We should make him happy. Take the paper with Lancer written on the outside. Oh, Lancer, that's not how you do secret papers. On the inside, it also says Lancer. What? So, Lancer all around. Wow, who did that one? It's really good. Wait, why do you get to choose the name? Why do you get to choose the name? There we go. Hey, he didn't. Chris did. Fair enough. I mean, she is correct. I did. Yeah, it doesn't matter who may have written it. Regardless, Lancer's going to meet absolute doom. This name feels weird, actually. I know. Let's go to the Lancer Fan Club for short. You lengthened the name for short. See you later, me. Oh man, Lancer, you are not very creative, are you? At least, Ralsei was more creative, a bit too creative, but still. The power of the Lancer Fan Club shines within you. Now, I know that what you name here does get referenced later. I will not be able to show that off, mainly because backtracking that far back is a little bit too much effort on my side. Like, I'm willing to backtrack, let's say, 10 minutes, but backtracking, like, more than that, like, 3 different times, I'm very dedicated to, like, showing off differences and stuff, but that's going a little bit too far just for me. But it's this what you name here, it will be referenced in just, like, 1 line of dialogue or 2 maybe in chapter 1 later. So, there's that. Whoa! So that's Hathy's hit sprites. They're kind of scary. They, like, flinched way back and they were, like, grinning in pain, grimacing rather. So yeah, each enemy does actually have a hit animation. I didn't know that, so I should check that out too. Yeah, it's slightly terrifying. And when they run away, they have like a little blur effect to indicate speed. So the Rudins and the Hathys have that little sound effect, but the Pawn Men do not. I wonder why that is. Well, that's more stuff for me to experiment with. Attacking everyone as well. This was shown off in the stream, and they specifically said that if you do not touch the walls during this running away sequence, you can actually outrun the Pawn Man and they will not be able to catch up with you. I just realized that I attacked enemies and had them flee on my cannon run. I guess I'll keep it in. We are not killing them, alright? Oh, that confused me. Yeah, we are not actually killing anything. That's the big deal. And also, I don't think I mentioned this in the Let's Play, but Toby Fox very clearly said to everyone that this game will only have one ending, and that's it. No multiple endings. So there should not be any different endings based on whether you kill anything or not. Naturally, that's how that should follow, right? It's a big decision to make, though. But this will be my canon run where I killed. No, didn't kill. No, I attacked enemies and had them run away. Very different. I hope that will not end up coming back to bite me in the ass somehow. Well, I made my choices. If I really, really, really wanted to, I could go back. But you know what? I've made my choice. I'll have this be the canon. Yeah, playthrough, like I said. Can't feel that bad. I mean, they did attack us first after all. I was justified, was I not? So, let's bake Susie's paper now. You take the crumpled up piece of paper. You open it up. Hopefully it's still legible. Okay, and your name is... Huh. I don't think I'm allowed to say this one. It's pronounced the squad. I assume that's what Susie wrote down. Susie, Lancer is a little bit too young to swear, you know? Yeah. Whoa, I'm not allowed to say tier 2 swear words. Yeah, this game has tier 1 swear words. If we use Lancer's terminology, words like goddamn are not censored. Wow, you three's collective dad must be very cool. Could we perhaps consider a different name? Well, say, you don't have to be in our squad. Yeah, how about I be in the squad and you be the bad guys? I don't think that will work. Here, call up my dad. Tell him he has a new son. I don't think that's how that works, Lancer. One that has to take a shower every time he reads a swear word. Interesting. So far we got the impression that the king, his dad, is a very bad person, but despite all that, he still doesn't want his son to swear. Interesting. Okay, fine, we can keep the name. I just won't say it. Ah, me too! See ya, losers. It's shower time. Why? You didn't say the word, did you? As, of course, Susie will be the only one is in this entire group of people that is willing to swear. The power of the squad shines within you. Yes, I will save. I always have a backup save, so no matter what happens, I will always be able to go back in case my recording just implodes for whatever reason, like it happened in episode 4. Alright, that was a great recording session. This episode, we went across the Great Board. We had a very big character moment with Lancer and Susie, where Lancer is starting to look up to Susie, and Susie is starting to have someone that actively likes her. Someone that she might start considering a friend, maybe. Just maybe. See you next time.